It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle, and it's Carroll in at the 3 spot.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
On defense, the Bulls. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The shot by Lowry, no good. On its way from Gibson for 2. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Gibson's got his first points of the game. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Patterson, that's good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Rose. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Rose against Lowry. Carroll kicks to Lowry. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
The pass to Butler. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Lowry. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Inside, here's Patterson. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long clock as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Here's Patterson. Jimmy Butler making his last shot.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
There's Rose with the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Rose has got 8.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
And Gasol sends it back. Here's Dunleavy, throws down the breakaway jam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Raptors trail by 5.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Shot's good.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Doug McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. Morris checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Moore with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Powell down low. Moore's there. And the basket by Scola.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Back to Moore. Three-pointer 5 on the clock, and he gets it to go. Moore's got 5 now.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Ross, that's good. 1:03 left to play in the first. And Brooks, here we go. Biombo with the block. Here's Powell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stolen by Brooks. Here's McDermott. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And Toronto has possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Powell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. The Raptors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Ejuan Moore.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
To the paint. Here's Powell. Passes to Joseph. Powell kicks to Joseph. 4 on the clock. Takes the 3. But they'll get another chance. Biombo, what a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know,
and power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped. Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yeah, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Mirotic is out there with Noah. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's McDermott, and it's Holiday in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And finished off by DeRozan.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
The dish to DeRozan. Taken away by Holiday. It's stolen by DeRozan. Kicks to Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. No good from Valanciunas. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with it.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
And Carroll gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And it's Rose penetrating. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
The feed now to Valanciunas. He kicks it to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. From the baseline. Rebound by Rose.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose has capped the ball. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle. And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And Chicago has possession. Rose goes in. Here's Gasol. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Valanciunas with a screen on Butler. Outside for Lowry. Fires the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better. That such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
And it's Carroll in the corner. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the shot is good.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And Valanciunas penetrating. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And here's Rose outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Lowry against Rose. Valanciunas with a screen on Rose. And it's Lowry penetrating. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And the Bulls making a change here. Brooks checked in. Brooks against Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Patterson's got 10.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Joseph with the ball. Shot from the wing. That'll do it for the first half. Bulls out front, up by 15.
I'm alongside Coach Casey. And, Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Derrick Rose. He had 23 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
That was the half of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game, and that's the best part, having a bunch of...
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Gibson. And that's now 28 points for Derrick Rose. Raptors trail by 18. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
He hits both from the stripe. Toronto's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Valanciunas, that falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Pau Gasol. And the Raptors also making a change. Skola's checked in.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Raptors trail by 19. Lowry kicks to Scola. Back to Lowry. Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Butler. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. There's Rose with the 3. That's good. Rose has got 33 points.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Ross is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Raptors trail by 20. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Gibson with the steal. To the inside, and it's Butler with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Tipped away. Butler with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Dunleavy with the ball. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Scola. It's tipped. In transition, here come the Bulls. On its way from Rose for 2. And it's Chicago scoring again.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside DeRozan. Sinks the triple. DeRozan's got 9.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
There's Rose with the 3. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Lowry.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Here's Valanciunas. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. It's tipped. Ross with the steal. Outside Lowry. Scola, a screen on Rose. Ross with a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Valanciunas.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
And the basket by Rose.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And it's Chicago scoring again.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
DeRozan against Rose. And the foul. Rose. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Here is Ross. And Joseph kicks to Scola. The jump hook and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Brooks. And that's not going to go. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Bulls running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Toronto with the ball. They've got each one more. Pau Gasol is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Brooks, and it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Joseph. Brooks covering. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Down low. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And he gets it to go.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Toronto's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Joseph, the pass to Patterson. Got a piece of it and stolen by Mirotic to the middle. And finished off by McDermott.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And the Raptors call time here. Nikola Mirotic.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Justin Holiday comes in for Mirotic. Derrick Rose is checked in for each one more. And it's Butler in for Brooks. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Butler from outside. He's still on. Now he is 9 of 10.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting in Chicago. Bismack Biyombo.
The free throw dropped for Biyombo. And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
Pass to Gibson. There's the pick. Here's McDermott. It's Chicago with another bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Dishes it to Powell. Knocks it loose. Here's Scola. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Talking about Bismack Biyombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect, was a 7th pick in 2011. His shot and general awareness were the biggest concerns, but last season he shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Here's the screen. Pass to Scola. The shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And getting back to Biyombo for a moment, he has the potential for a breakout year. I mean, all the physical tools you would want. He's seen enough of the game. He's worked on those skills. Now it's time to just put it all together and become the player your potential dictates. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster. And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
There's the pick. And Gibson over to help. Outside, Scola. Shot clock at 5. Scola can't get that one to fall.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Here's Powell. Now Joseph. He dishes it to Powell. He feeds it to Biyombo. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Ross, that's good. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Brooks outside. Back to Holiday, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Joakim Noah. Each one more.
Now here's Ross. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire, and it only got...
Derek, you were able to maneuver in and out of the lane and handle many tough shooting situations. How did that become such a big part of your game?
That's something I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they be going in.
Well done, Derek. Thank you. God.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Yeah. The entire NBA season came down to one game.